Let's kick things off with a massive number, 930 million. Yeah, that is how many users are currently swimming around on LinkedIn right this second. It's basically a digital ocean. So if you're hunting for a job, looking to level up your career, or just trying to get on the radar of the right hiring managers, you've got to ask yourself, how are you going to avoid getting completely lost in that massive 930 million person sea? Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today, I am putting on my absolute favorite hat, my career coach hat. Why? Because we're going to completely flip the script on your job hunt. Seriously, we are taking you from being a passive applicant, just tossing resumes into the void and hoping for the best, and turning you into a highly strategic marketer of your own career. We're going to break down exactly how to master LinkedIn from the inside out. Here is our exact blueprint for This Explainer. 1. The recruiter search algorithm. 2. Optimizing your profile magnet. 3. Securing powerful recommendations. 4. The always be networking rule. And 5. Content strategy for visibility. By the end of this session, you are going to possess the exact tools to stand out and make recruiters come to you. So let's dive right in. Section 1. The search algorithm, the recruiter lens. To win the game of LinkedIn, we've got to look through this lens to understand how the back-end algorithms actually work when recruiters are hunting for talent. The real secret here is something called a Boolean search. Look, recruiters do not just type project manager into a search bar and endlessly scroll. Nobody has time for that. Instead, they use this secret search language to filter out the noise and pinpoint exactly who they want. If your profile doesn't speak this language, well, you're basically invisible. Let's break down the specific operators they use. Quotation marks? Those force an exact phrase match. The AND operator demands that both terms appear somewhere on your profile. Or is used to cast a wider net for synonyms. Not is super handy. It excludes specific terms, like, say, stripping out junior roles when a recruiter is looking for senior talent. And finally, parentheses group all these terms together for more complex logic. This, right here, is exactly how LinkedIn's talent search recommendation system sorts and ranks candidates on the back end. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. Look at that generic search on the left. 12,000 mixed results. A perfect candidate might literally be buried on page 30. Now look at the targeted search on the right using those Boolean operators. It returns a precise, hyper-relevant shortlist. This is exactly why keyword optimization on your profile is absolutely critical. You need to match these exact Boolean strings to show up on that shortlist. Moving on to Section 2. Profile Magnet. Inbound Optimization. Now that you understand the search algorithm, it's time to reverse engineer your profile so it acts like a literal inbound magnet for those exact searches. First impressions matter immensely. Research actually shows that simply having a clear, well-lit, professional profile photo makes you 14 times more likely to get profile views, and get this, 9 times more likely to receive connection requests. No way, right? But it's true. Your photo should take up about 60% of the frame, feature a warm smile, and please, keep it free of distracting backgrounds or heavy Instagram filters. Next up is your headline. According to Professor Heather Austin, you should never, ever use the default headline LinkedIn gives you. Instead, use one of these 3 methods. Method 1, state your desired title plus industry hard skills. Method 2, add a value proposition, like what unique benefit do you actually bring to the table? Or Method 3, include a results-driven achievement, something like a quantifiable win. Check this out. Notice how this specific web design headline perfectly executes the title plus skills plus value proposition formula. It's concise, it's packed with keywords for that Boolean search we just talked about, and it communicates immense value without sounding, well, desperate. This is exactly how you command attention right there in the search results. Moving down your profile, let's look at the About section. This gets ignored way too often, but it is literally your keyword fuel. Break it down into these 4 pieces. Paragraph 1 is your passion. Paragraph 2 covers your experience and how you solve industry pain points. Then add 3 to 4 bullet points of your absolute best career highlights. Finally, end with a dedicated expertise section. Just a clean, simple list of specific hard skins. This ensures the algorithm picks you up when recruiters type in those specific and/or surf strings. Section 3, Recommendations. Securing social proof. Okay, so you've optimized your profile with keywords, but recruiters still need proof to back up those claims. That proof comes in the form of social validation. Recommendations build instant credibility. It's kind of like a 5-star review for your career.
The three best types of people to ask are first, former bosses, who can validate your reliability and growth. Second, current or past colleagues, who can speak directly to your daily teamwork. And third, clients. They provide this really powerful external validation of your impact on the actual business. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. How on earth do you ask for a recommendation without feeling incredibly awkward or pushy? It can feel super daunting, I get it. But I promise you, as your career coach, there is a proven, totally actionable way to do it that removes all the friction. This right here is an exact script recommended by the experts at jobhunt.org. Notice how it works. John, I hope you remember our work together on the Alcatraz project. Would you be comfortable placing a recommendation on my profile that describes my role and value add? See what happened there? Mentioning a specific shared project makes the request personal. It jogs their memory, and it politely gives them a really clear direction on what to write about. It is highly effective and completely removes the awkwardness.
Section 4. Always be networking, the ABN rule. As career educator Erin McGough points out, you must dig the well before you're thirsty. Basically, you need to network well before you actually need a job. To do this effectively, you really have to understand the two different types of networking. First, peer networking. This is highly collaborative. It's connecting with people on your own level, like alumni and folks in similar roles. It's mutually beneficial. Then there's reach networking. This is when you're reaching upward to decision makers, where you have to be much more strategic and cautious, mainly because the dynamic is unbalanced. You ultimately want something from them, right? Your foundation has to be built heavily on peer networking before you ever attempt to reach upward. So, the crucial point here is how to craft the perfect outreach message. Look at this example. It establishes a mutual connection right off the bat. They went to the same university. Then it asks a simple open-ended question that takes less than 30 seconds to answer. Notice it doesn't ask for a job. It asks for insight. It's an absolutely flawless way to start a relationship.
Listen, if you want to bypass the standard application black hole, and trust me, you do, use this exact fast-paced playbook. Step 1, go to your target company's page. Step 2, click on People. Step 3, filter by your university. Step 4, find those alumni and send them a message just like the one we just saw. These warm connections are your absolute fastest route to securing highly effective internal company referrals.
Section 5. Content strategy. Boost your visibility. If your profile is the magnet, content is the electricity that powers it. Posting content proves your expertise in real time. The data on this is just stunning. According to Superpower Resume, candidates who consistently post content on LinkedIn receive 5 times more profile views and inbound recruiter outreach than those who just lurk in the feed. Let me repeat that. 5 times. That is a massive advantage. So when should you actually post? You want to aim for business hours on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The goal is to consistently show up 2 to 3 times a week when professionals are actually actively browsing the platform. But please hear this warning. The goal isn't to spam your network with desperates still looking for job updates. Don't do that. Instead, focus on these specific types of content to build real authority. Share insights on industry news. Talk about lessons you've learned, or break down a project case study. You can even just share an interesting article, but be sure to add your own unique commentary to it. Above all, never post generic "I'm open to anything" messages. You want to look like an active, engaged professional in your field, not someone who's panicked. While we have covered a ton of ground today, the hidden algorithm, the ultimate profile magnet, securing proof, networking smart, and posting to win. Now that you know exactly how the LinkedIn machine operates behind the scenes, the power is entirely in your hands. So are you ready to flip the script, update that profile, and actually let the recruiters come to you? Get out there, get to work, and I will see you in the next explainer.